Hi besties, welcome back to my channel. So it's November and I thought it was time to do this video. I'm gonna tell you guys my most anticipated book releases of 2023, and this is probably gonna be part one because I couldn't find like all of them. So I have 10, so this part is gonna have 10 books that I'm really excited about. So yeah, make sure to subscribe down below and turn on the notification bell so you get notified when I upload more videos, and let's get started. So I have a list on my phone of all the books, and I also found some books that I didn't know were coming out in 2023, so that's good. If you want like a very detailed list of literally every single book, I think every single book that's coming out in 2023, Goodreads has like a list, like an entire list of every single book, every genre. Like, it's insane. But thank you, Goodreads. So let's start with number one, which is Happy Place by Emily Henry. This comes out April 25th, so it's basically a summer book. And does it surprise me? Absolutely not. So I'm gonna read a little bit of this book's synopsis. Harriet and Wynne have been the perfect couple since they met in college. They go together like salt and pepper, honey and tea, lobster and rolls. Except now, for reasons they're still not discussing, they don't. They broke up 5 months ago and still haven't told their best friends, which is how they find themselves sharing a bedroom at the main cottage that has been their friends group's yearly getaway for the last decade. Their annual respite from the world, where for one vibrant, blissful week they leave behind their daily lives, have copious amounts of cheese, wine, and seafood, and soak up the salt coastal air with people who understand them the most. Kind of like beach/lake kind of thing, you know what I mean? So very excited about that. Plus, I love the cover. Okay, next one that I have here is, you guys know that I love Tessa Bailey. I love her so much. And she's coming out with Secretly Yours. Haley Welch fell hard for Julian Voss at 14 after they almost kissed in the dark vineyards of his family's winery. Now the prodigal hottie has returned to their small Napa town. When Haley is hired to revamp the gardens on the Voss estate, she wonders if she'll finally get that smooch. But the grumpy professor isn't the teenager she remembers, and their polar opposite personalities clash spectacularly. One wine-fueled girls' night later, Haley can't shake the sense that she did something reckless, and then she remembers the drunken secret admirer letter she left for Julian. We could say it's a second chance romance, not really, but those are kind of the vibes. Love it. It's funny, I literally haven't read the synopsis of any of these books, so I'm just doing this first impression, you guys. Also love the cover. I just love the kind of like the rom-com covers. And this one comes out February 7th. There are a lot of books that come out this day. You're gonna see. Okay, next one. I'm so excited for this one. This is Meet Me at the Lake by Carley. You guys know that I read Every Summer After this year, and it became one of my favorite books of the entire year, and she's coming out with a new book and I literally cannot wait. Fern Brookbands has wasted far too much of her adult life thinking about Will Baxter. She spent just 24 hours in her early 20s with the aggravatingly attractive, idealistic artist, a chance encounter that spiraled into a day-long adventure in the city. The timing was wrong, but their connection was undeniable. They shared every secret, every dream, and made a pact to meet 1 year later. And made a pact to meet 1 year later. Fern showed up, Will didn't. I need to read the whole thing. Wait. At 32, Fern's life doesn't look at all how she once imagined it would. Instead of living in the city, Fern's back home, running her mother's lakeside resort, something she vowed never to do. The place is in disarray, her ex-boyfriend's manager, and the Fern doesn't know where to begin. She needs a plan, a lifeline. To her surprise, it comes in the form of Will, who arrives 9 years too late with a suitcase in tow and an offer to help on his lips. Will may be the only person who understands what Fern's going through, but how could she possibly trust this expensive suit-wearing mirage who seems nothing like the young man she met all those years ago? Will is hiding something, and Fern's not sure she wants to know what it is. But 10 years ago, Will Baxter rescued Fern. Can she do the same for him? This is gonna be one of my favorite books of all time. I just know that. It looks like a second chance romance, obviously, but oh my god, I'm so excited. And the colors in this cover. Okay, the next book that I have here is The True Love Experiment by Christina Lauren that comes out May 16th, and they actually like recently announced this. To be honest, I'm not really a fan of this cover. I have to say, I'm sorry, I'm not a big fan of this cover. I feel like it's kind of like not going together. I think it's too much color, and then the true love part, I don't feel like it fits well with the other parts. Like, I don't know. Not my favorite cover. Felicity Chen is lost. Sure, she's got an incredible career as a beloved romance novelist with a slew of bestsellers under her belt. But when she's asked to give a commencement address, it hits her. She hasn't been practicing what she's preached. Fizzy hasn't ever really been in love. Lust, definitely. But that swoon-worthy can't stop thinking about him. Encompassing feeling? Nope. Nothing. What happens when the optimism she spent her career encouraging in readers starts to feel like a lie? Connor Prince, documentary filmmaker and single father, loves his work in large part because it allows him to live near his daughter. But when his profit-minded boss orders him to create a reality TV show, putting his job on the line, Connor is out of his element. Desperate to find his romantic lead, a chance run-in with an exasperated Fizzy offers Connor the perfect solution. What if he could show the queen of romance herself falling head over heels for all the world to see? Fizzy gives him a hard pass, unless he agrees to cast the contestants according to a list of romance archetypes. When he says yes, and production on the True Love Experiment begins, Connor wonders if that perfect match will ever be in the cue cards for him too. Oh my god, all of these look so good. So this is a single dad trope. We have a writer, which I always love when like main characters or characters overall are writers or love to read or like love books. This looks really interesting, really different. I feel like it looks really different from the other books I've read by Christina Lauren, so I'm really excited. Okay, next one, I'm not really gonna get into because it's the 4th book in a series, but I wanted to mention it. So, Devney Perry has a series called the Eden series, and her 4th book, which is Jasper Vale, is coming out February 7th. So, just to point that out, I love the first book, so I am gonna try to read the other books before this one comes out. Next one, also part of a series, but also wanted to mention it, is King of Pride by Anna Huang. Comes out April 27, and I just had to mention it because you guys know that I love Anna Huang, and her books are literally so freaking good. And I read King of Wrath, which was the first book of the series. This is going to be the 2nd book. Okay, next one is Every Time You Go Away by Abigail Johnson, and it comes out March 7th. So I actually don't know much about this author, but she had like great reviews, and I don't know why the cover just caught my attention. Wait, I'm confused. Amazon says that the title is going to be released December 5th. Oh, since the moment Ethan first arrived at his grandparents' house, Rebecca and Ethan have been drawn to each other. But even as children, best friends to lovers. But even as children, they knew their time together was limited. Time and time again, Ethan's mom would sober up and take him away, only to bring him back when she relapsed. 3 years have passed since Ethan last lived with his grandparents, and Ethan and Rebecca are no longer the same people they once were. Ethan embraced his role as his mother's caretaker long ago and blames his grandparents for tearing him away from her. Meanwhile, Rebecca is racked with survivor's guilt after a car accident that killed her father. She's been learning to navigate life as a wheelchair user ever since. Now that fate has brought them together, they'll have to learn if the time apart created too much distance between them, or if they can finally find happiness together. I hope this book gets turned into a movie or something. It has so much potential. Love that. Okay. Next one is also part of a series, and it's the last book of the series. It's The Final Offer by Lauren Asher, and it comes out January 31st. So literally in a few months. So this is the Dreamland Billionaire series, and the series has 3 books. This is gonna be the third and final book. So yeah, I'm really excited about this one. Okay, next one is Just My Type by Fallon Ballard, and comes out February 7th as well. Lana Parker is an expert girlfriend. After a disastrous breakup with her high school boyfriend, she's bounced from long-term relationship to long-term relationship, and even works as the dating and relationship columnist for one of LA's trendiest websites. But when Lana suddenly finds herself single, she's ready to take a break, both personally and professionally. That is, until her high school ex, Seth Carson, takes an assignment at Lana's site. Having spent years traveling the world as a freelance journalist, Seth is finally ready to put down roots. They are each tasked with writing an article series that goes against their usual dating type. Lana needs to write about being single and staying single, while Seth must learn to settle down and become boyfriend material. Whoever series is most popular wins a highly coveted dream job. But when the two square off, it's not only their careers on the line, it's also their hearts. It's kind of a second chance romance, so high school sweetheart, second chance romance. And the last book that I'm going to talk about in this video, you guys, is A Guide to Being Just Friends by Sophie Sullivan. And it comes out January 17th. And I also don't know much about this author, but again, she had like really good reviews. And the cover just caught my attention because first, it's really pretty. Second, they're both reading books. Haley Sharp has a one-track mind. Get by the cup salad, chop off the ground. Do literally everything possible to make it a success. Wes never did understand the fuss about relationships. With a string of lackluster first dates and the pain from his parents' angry divorce following him around, he'd much rather find someone who he likes but won't love. Companionship, not passion, is the name of the game. So this looks like an actual rom-com, you know? But it looks good. It looks good. So you guys, those are all the books for part 1. I'm probably going to do part 2. But I really wanted to share these books with you guys. If you didn't know that they were coming out, you can put them in your TBR. So you have new anticipated book releases for 2023. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Happy Saturday. Make sure to subscribe down below and turn on the notification bell so you get notified when I upload more videos. And I will see you in my next one. Bye!